Good morning. I'm Janie Parrish with the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce. And this morning, you are zooming into business with our friend Joshua Boffman, who's the owner of Vans Auto Service and Tire Pros. So good morning, Josh.
Good morning, Jamie.
Hey, let's get right into it. Tell us about Vans Auto Service and Tire Pros.
Well, Vans has been here in the Wadsworth area for a long time. I took over ownership September of 2013. And since that time period, we've opened up 7 additional locations in Northeastern Ohio. So right now we're sitting at 8. We are a tire and auto repair facility. So we fix just about everything on a vehicle except for body work and replacing windshields.
Where are your other locations?
We have 3 in the Akron area, mostly East Akron. We have 1 in Medina, 1 in North Ridgeville, 1 in Mansfield, and a little town called Iberia, which is outside of Mansfield.
So you're pretty busy all the time, just circling the globe here.
I am. And
Yeah.
hopefully in a short period of time, we'll announce 1 or 2 more locations that we're looking at.
That is awesome. So tell us, what is unique about Vans?
Vans, there are a lot of different places you can get your car fixed, from your little local garage at the corner of your road to some of the big chains, the Goodyears, the Mr. Tires, the Monroes. What I feel is unique about Vans is that we're right in between there. We're still family owned. We are family operated. The way we go about doing business and the culture we try to set up is that I ask all the people that work for me to treat our customers as though they're working on their mom or their sister's car. So I think with us, honesty is a very big part of our industry, the way we inform customers of the status of their vehicle. Sometimes people come in for an oil change. It doesn't mean they want to hear everything that's bad about their car, but our job is to at least make them aware of it. And then it's up to them whether they want to address those issues now or in the future.
Very nice. That is unique. I love that. So tell us, why do you love what you do?
I came from the tire wholesale background, so I used to do a lot of business with people like myself throughout Northeastern Ohio and Western Pennsylvania. And as the business that I worked for sold, I took about a year off in a semi-retirement and wasn't sure what I was going to do next. And this opportunity came available to us. My brother was involved in the automotive repair industry, so I enjoy it because it's fun each and every day. I mean, we take care of the community, we take care of customers' cars. We get a lot of very good feedback from our customers. We get a lot of treats from some of the older clientele that make us cookies and make sure that we stay physically fat as much as possible. So we enjoy the fact that we're helping people out of a bad situation. Getting your car fixed is never something fun. So we try to make it as painless as possible. You know, we understand a lot of times these repairs are unexpected for the budget. So we have a lot of different financing options, but more than anything, we enjoy being involved in our communities. So, I mean, Wadsworth has treated us outstanding. So we have a model or a motto that we need to give back as much as we can to the community that helps support us.
And boy, you do, that's for sure. So how can people find Vans Auto Service and Tire Pros right here in Wadsworth?
Well, the easiest way is to drive by at 185 Broad Street, but in order to get our hours, make appointments, look at tire pricing, look at our other locations, VansTirePros.com is probably the best way to get a hold of us.
And you're open 6 days a week?
We are 7:30 in the morning till 6, Monday through Friday, 7:30 until 3 on Saturdays.
Love it. Yeah, in fact, I've called at 5:45 with an issue before, and they're like, bring it on in. And I love that.
If they would have known it was you, Janie, they may have hung up though. So you probably call from a blocked number.
It just was my lucky day that somehow I got through. Well, Josh Boffman, thank you so much for talking with us today. And I can't even thank you enough for all that you do for our community.
Well, we want to thank you also, Jamie. You're the outstanding Chamber of Commerce. Out of all the cities we deal with, we love you the most right now.
I like it. Okay, thank you, Josh.
Thank you. Have a great day, Jamie.
You too. Good morning. I'm Janie Parrish with the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce, and you are zooming into business today. And today you're zooming right in with Stacy Ries. So good morning, Stacy.
Good morning, Janie.
Oh, you're always so just a delight to see you. So you have a business called Ries and Company. So I want to hear all about that. So tell us about Ries and Company.
Thank you, Janie. Thank you for having me today.
Sure.
So, Ries and Company is a privately owned and operated company by me, myself, right here locally in Rittman. And I am an independent agent, which means that I represent many different carriers out there for the Medicare health insurance plans. And then I also help with life insurance as well.
Wow, that's a big order there, Stacy. Yeah. So what's unique about your business?
So I try to help educate my clients because Medicare can be really confusing. So I try to help them understand what their options are so they can make the most informed decision for themselves as to what plan is most appropriate for them. So
Boy, and
I come with them no matter what plan they choose. And
oh,
I
good.
try to help follow up with them, review their plans every year for them. I'm a contact that you'll have throughout your Medicare health insurance life. So,
Boy, that is amazing because boy, that Medicare is extremely confusing. Yeah. And especially if you don't have access to a computer or have the knowledge to be able to move around it on the computer, it's really nice to have a guide. Yeah, with the expertise that you have. Yeah. So tell me, why do you love what you do?
I love being able to help people understand this because I understand how frustrating it is. When I started this business, I was scared to death to help anybody because I didn't want to tell anybody the wrong thing. So I've been doing this for over 7 years now. And it's a good feeling when you can help take a weight off of somebody like that. And now they feel comfortable with the decision that they've made. And the hours with this job, I, again, own this company. So I have a lot of flexibility. So I can meet with people around their schedules as well. So it's a great job. I do love doing it, and I love helping people too.
Now, not so much since the shutdown here with COVID, but you were extremely active in our senior center before the shutdown. What were you doing out there?
Well, my son and I started volunteering out there when he was 1. And we used to help at lunch, and we would just do what we could at lunch and visit with people. So a lot of people know me as Wade's mom. Wade and I are still active with some of the Zoom stuff. Wade does story time, so he reads to anybody who wants to come to his little reading sessions. We help with we've been in the parade with the senior center. We help with some of the drive-bys. We do like to do it whatever we can to help. And I know Wade brings a lot of joy too. So.
Oh, sure. But how wonderful to get to know you first and then to be able to say, help me, Stacy, this is so confusing. Yeah. And guide me. That's wonderful. Yeah, because I remember with my parents, it's a jungle out there.
It is.
Yeah. So Stacy Ries from Ries and Company, how can people find you?
So you can contact me a couple different ways. I'm going to show you my information here. So you can visit me at my website. That's riesandco.com. You can go to my email, stacy@riesandco.com. Or you can call me anytime, 330-416-1033. And there's no obligation and there's no charge.
Oh, that is wonderful. Now, and I have one more question to ask. For example, as a daughter, can I call you and ask you to help with parents?
So I'm not allowed to call people directly. If that's one of the Medicare rules, we're not allowed to call. But if anybody calls me with any questions at all, I'm happy to help. As long as the parents on the line and they're giving the information, I can help look up any options that you have. So
okay, that's awesome.
I can help answer the questions. If they need to make a change or anything, we need to have the parents there.
Okay, all right.
Unless you have power of attorney, then that's different.
Yeah, no, that's really good to know because, as your parents are, reaching into that age group and you're trying to help as much as you can. And of course, you don't know as much as you do. And so, which is great. And so I just wondered if that's a possibility for a child to step in and help.
I love for any family members to be there at the meetings when we meet, whether we do it in person or by Zoom or even by phone. Because if you have somebody else there to help listen to what's going on, it just makes it
Mhm.
easier for them as well. So I strongly encourage for any family members that want to be present to be there because it does help.
Oh, well, Stacy Ries of Ries and Company, I like to say it a couple times. Thank you for all you do, because boy, the service you provide is just so valuable and to families, and thank you.
Thank you, Janie.
Okay, and we'll be seeing you soon because that senior center, I'm sure, is going to be opening soon. So we'll be seeing you and Wade right back there.
We'll be there.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Janie Parrish with the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce, and you're zooming into business today, and you're zooming right into the Medina County Health Department Health Center with Eleni. And I'm going to have Eleni say her last name because amazingly, I counted and there are 16 letters in her last name. So no matter how much she worked with me, I'd never get it right. So Eleni, what's your last name?
Manos Saganakis.
So you can understand why I wouldn't have gotten that. And that's Greek.
It is, yep.
Yeah. So as I'm sure you've heard it before, you can say, well, that's all Greek to me.
And I would actually understand it. Yep.
Okay, good. Well, let's get going. Okay, first of all, tell us about the Medina County Health Department Health Center.
Sure. So the Health Center is a division within the Medina County Health Department. We have two locations, our original one in Medina on Ledgewood across Walmart. And Janie, as you know, and hopefully folks who are watching and listening to this Zoom are also aware, we have a Wadsworth location that we opened in January of last year. It's inside the Summa Rittman Medical Office building on the second floor, Suite C. And then in March of 2020, COVID hit. So it's been a little more slow going there than we would like, but we are committed to staying in the Wadsworth community with a physical presence. So we hope to see that volume pick up as more people know that we are available in the depth and breadth of our services. We as a health center really take care of people from cradle to grave, as you will. So we'll see women who are pregnant up to 28 weeks. We will then take care of the babies after delivery for their child visit checks, and we'll take care of kids through their teen years, adults, and through seniors. We have both medical and dental available at our Medina location. Medical is available in our Wadsworth location. We have a physician and a nurse practitioner, both are family practice providers, and we have several dentists as well. So we are a primary care office, similar to some of the private practice and group practices out there in the communities. We see people with and without insurance. Our target population is the underserved and uninsured, Medicaid, Medicare, but we will take employer-sponsored plans that we are in network with. As a federally qualified health center, we have the luxury of being able to take people from in-county and out of county. And I'll explain a little bit more about that term, federally qualified health center. Some people may wonder how the health center came to be. Now, the health department regularly conducts community needs assessments, and the one they did about 7 or 8 years ago indicated that there was a lack of access to primary care for residents in the county, and that there were about 58,000 low-income residents. Now, with COVID and job loss, that's probably more, and so we anticipate more people may have made choices to pay utility bills or keep kids in certain schools rather than taking care of themselves and their health, especially from that prevention aspect. Maybe if the tooth hurt really bad or they had a pain in their stomach that wouldn't go away, but that routine and regular care to keep folks on that track to well-being may be derailed at this point in our environment. So we are a one-stop shop. On the medical side, our physician does help people with opioid use and abuse through our medication-assisted therapy with the Vivitrol injections. We do pre-exposure prophylaxis for HIV. And I'm pleased to share that we have our first ever social worker. So she's available for cognitive behavioral therapy and case management. And she also helps people with enrolling in health insurance for Medicaid or Medicare and helping navigate through the marketplace options, which are available now through middle of May. So if anyone has questions on what they might be able to do, feel free to reach out. What else do we do? We do a lot, and you can see that we've moved beyond the traditional offerings of a health department on the clinical side. You know, people may know us as a place to get their shots during flu season or for back to school, or maybe where I go get my pregnancy test or STD screenings that I don't want anyone else to know about, not even my own physician, or those physicals that are needed for work or school, but folks can't get into their doctor's offices quickly enough to get the paperwork signed. So we've really moved since 2016 to be a primary care facility to serve folks in the community and surrounding areas, and we really don't turn anybody away. I mentioned.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Elaine.
Oh, that's okay. I'd mentioned I'd share what the federally qualified health center means, and there are two things that I think really make us unique than other private practices or group practices or community clinics, and that's the following. One is that we have discounts available based on family size and income. And the other is that the majority of our health center board members are people who receive services at the health center. So we keep the community perspective at the forefront with our strategic planning decisions and where we really see the health centers going in both our Medina and Wadsworth locations.
Boy, what a gem.
Board members, Jeannie, if anyone's interested, they can reach out for sure.
I wanted to ask you, Elaine, why do you love what you do?
You know, I really, the mission of the federally qualified health centers really resonates with me on so many levels. I can give a usual answer of enjoy helping people, right? But there's so much more satisfaction that I get from working in organizations that address the socioeconomic factors at the same time as the physical and mental health well-being of people. And doing that in a public health department such as this only adds and amplifies that.
Wow. So tell us, how can people find you?
So we are available for appointments, and we have both in-person availability as well as telehealth for people who are more comfortable staying at home right now. And appointments can be made by calling our main line. That's area code 330-723-9688, option 1. And then we have information on the services that I shared today on our website at www.medinahealth.org. I think I said 3 W's, right?
I think you did. Yeah. Well, Elaine, I just keep cutting you off, and I so apologize, but I just wanted to thank you and all the staff at the Medina County Health Department. Whoopsie, you can probably hear my phone ringing. I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb. But anyways, thank you for all that you have all done during this pandemic. I don't know what we would have done without our Medina County Health Department during this time. We have relied so seriously on the information that's coming out of the health department.
Well, that's what we're here for, so thank you.
Well, thank you for all that you do and everyone else. And it's been a treat to talk to you. Yeah,
likewise.
Even though I know a lot about the health department because I worked there my first job out of college, but it's still amazing to me, all the services that the health department provides. So thank you, Elaine.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Janie Parrish with the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce, and you're zooming into business today with my friend Ryan Carlson of the Carlson Financial Group. So good morning, Ryan.
Good morning, Janie. How are you?
Good. He's the person that likes coffee as much as I do.
Yes, that's
Yes.
true.
Very much so. So Ryan, tell us about Ryan Financial Group. Tell us
Oh,
about
sure.
Carlson Financial Group.
Not a problem. So my degree was in finance, and I had, through some family connections years ago, gone off and done some sales roles. And then after a few years of being on the road, I decided that maybe it was time to do what I had originally intended to do, and looked at a couple of different options on how to go about doing this. And I chose the harder road, which was going it alone. But we've slowly built up our business and our reps, and we're active in several states, but most of our business is right here in Medina County, Ohio.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. So Ryan, what makes Carlson Financial Group unique?
You know, it's always something that I struggle to put into words, but I'd like to think that one of the things that we try to do slightly different from everyone else is two things. Number one, we really have a very personal philosophy that money isn't everything. And you don't often hear that from a financial advisor, but what we really want to try to do is tie money to memories and happiness. And you know, if you're simply looking for somebody to tell you that you have enough money to retire, or you want to take a vacation every year, there's robo-advisors that can do that for less than what we do. But what we want to try to do is also make sure that when we help our folks plan, that it's important to know who are you getting in the boat with when you're on vacation, where are you going and why are you going there? And we get more into the what's, the whys, rather than the hows. And so I also like to think too that we approach investing a little bit different in that, you know, the first process then is setting goals. Then we choose a priority. We have a dynamic questionnaire to measure risk. We'll set a benchmark so that we always have some way to measure our success or our failures based on the things that I just told you a moment ago. And then we never use model portfolios. Everything that we do is custom designed for each person, either fiduciary or non-fiduciary way. It's their choice. We explain the difference. We give them the pricing options, let them decide. And it's not just about a mixture of stocks and bonds. We also sometimes include different vehicles to do different things, depending on the goals. Sometimes that's currencies, sometimes that's alternative strategies, sometimes that's hedge replications, et cetera. So really getting to know folks, really getting into the nitty-gritty of the planning, including taxes, and then really customizing the solutions to meet those different goals is how we try to do things a little bit different and a little bit better.
I like that. Thank you for coming up with all of that and living it. Yeah. So tell me, why do you love what you do?
Well, I know this sounds silly, but when I was younger, I always knew somehow I wanted to get into business. And I started to look at either a general business degree or something close to that. And I got some good advice that said, go for either finance or accounting so that you can show people you have math skills. And I ended up choosing finance because I figured no matter what I did, I wanted to be good at managing my own money. And it just turns out that once I started studying it, I really enjoyed it. So it was a win-win. And that's why I'm really passionate about what I do. I'm not like most people. I read financial reports for 30 minutes before I go to bed. And I don't think a lot of people would take a lot of time to read the kind of things that I like to read. So it truly is a passion.
Oh boy, I love that. So Ryan, how can people find you?
Well, we have a couple of different ways. Of course, we're on the internet like most folks, so you can find us at carlsonfinancialgroup.us, not .com. Unfortunately, there was a Carlson group in Minneapolis who had that first. And then we also just recently launched a website for educational purposes called My 401k Rollover Options. And I want to stress that our group is a group of independent advisors. So we don't have any account goals. We don't have any product goals. We don't set sales goals. So if you want to come there for real education, that's a place to go to.
Oh, give it to us one more time.
Sure. It's my 401k rollover options.com.
Okay, That sounds good. Well, Ryan, who it just loves coffee like I do. And,
Yes.
and we bonded right away over that. So of the Carlson Financial Group, thank you so much. And thanks for all you do for our community.
Thank you too, Janie. We really appreciate these Zoom into business stuff. It's been great to see everybody, and we can't wait to see you in person again.
I have to tell you, I have learned so much about our members. I thought I knew, and then just talking to them for a short amount of time, it's like, hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there you go. It's great
There
stuff.
you go. Okay, hope to see you soon, Ryan. Okay.
Bye, everyone.